Welcome and thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm Anusha Cherkuri. I'm a senior software developer. I'm truly honored to be here at Conference 42. In this talk, we will explore how low code and public code can come together to simplify and scale modern software delivery. We are living in a world where digital transformation is no longer optional. Every organization, whether public or private, must deliver services faster, more transparently, and at lower cost. Citizens expect government apps to work like Uber. Employees are expecting internal tools to be as intuitive as Slack. Executives are expecting data insights in real time. Traditional coding, while it's powerful, flexible, and often essential, it has become bottleneck. Skilled developers are in a short supply. According to IDC, there will be a shortage of 4 million developers globally by 2026. This talk is about more than just technology. It's about rethinking how we design, build, and govern software in 21st century. These are the topics I'll be covering today. The challenges of traditional coding and why the change is necessary. What low code really is beyond the buzzword. The core principles behind public code. Architectural patterns that allow low code and public code to work together. Governance and engineering standards that make these approaches reliable. Integration in real practice with real world examples, case studies and scenarios across the government, enterprise, and healthcare, the challenges and pitfalls we must acknowledge, future directions, including AI assisted, low code, and digital government, a conclusion that ties all together. Traditional coding has given us the digital world we live in today, but the model is showing its cracks under new demands. Speed. A typical enterprise application can take 6 to 12 months to develop and release. By then, business needs have often shifted. Cost. According to Standish Group KS report, over 50% of software projects either fail outright or delivered late and over budget. Talent. Demand for developers outpaces supply. On the business side, customers are expecting updates weekly, not yearly. Regulators are expecting transparency and compliance baked in. Boards and executives expect a clear return of investment from every technology investment. Low code addresses the speed and access problem by letting the teams build faster. Public code addresses the trust and sustainability problem by making the software transparent and auditable. Together, they are not just incremental improvements, they represent a new paradigm in software delivery. What is low code? Low code is often misunderstood as just a drag and drop coding, but it's much more. The key dimensions of low code are visual development, drag and drop workflows, UI builders, and configuration over code. Pre-built components, connectors for databases, APIs, authentication, and notifications. Rapid prototyping, the ability to go from idea to functional proof of concept in days. Collaboration, empowering both developers and business experts to contribute. Gartner forecasts that 2026, three quarters of all new applications will be built using low code or no code platforms. A global bank used low code to automate its compliance reporting. What used to take 20 developers 6 months was accomplished by a hybrid team of 5 developers and 5 analysts in just 8 weeks. What is public code? Public code is about a software that is built in open with accountability, transparency, and reusability at its core. The three principles of public code are openness, code is shared publicly, often under open source licenses, transparency, decisions, architectures, and documentations are auditable, reusability. Other organizations can adopt the software instead of reinventing it. Why does it matter? In government, it builds the citizen trust. When a city launches a new digital service, people can see how it works. In enterprises, it prevents vendor lock in and ensures knowledge is not siloed. In communities, it fosters collaboration and collective innovation. Public code is essentially the open source movement adopted for institution accountability. Architectural patterns. When low code and public code converge, architecture is critical. These are some of the patterns that can make it work. Hybrid workflows. User facing layers are designed in low code, while core business logic is in public code. Customer support chatbots built in low code, but escalating logic coded can be coded openly. API first design. Every function exposed as an API ensures modularity and reuse. An example would be instead of tying the forms directly to the database, forms can call reusable APIs. Event-driven pipelines. Systems react to events with resilience and audit trails. An example would be a citizen files a request, event triggers, low-code workflow process it, and logs are written for transparency. CI/CD integration. Treat low-code artifacts as code, version them, test them, and deploy them. An example would be low-code workflow stored in Git, tested automatically in pipelines. Observability and governance. Metrics, logs, traces embedded for transparency. Governance and engineering standards. Governance is where low-code projects either success or spiral into chaos. Without governance, you can risk shadow IT projects built without oversight, data leaks due to poor access control, compliance violations. Some of the standards that we can enforce for this to work are version control. Every low code artifact is tracked like a source code. Automated testing, data validations, integration test, security scans. Security by design, role based access, integration, encryption, and audit trails. Reproducibility, dev, test, and production must be identical. Forrester research shows that organizations with structured low code governance report 50% fewer compliance issues compared to those without. Governance is not just an afterthought, it's a foundation for scale and sustainability. Integration practice. How do these really work in reality? Data pipelines and automation. No code orchestrates ETL flows, public code enforces transformations and validation logic. DevOps integration. Low code apps automatically tested and deployed through Jenkins, GitHub Actions, or Azure DevOps. Legacy modernization. Old COBOL or mainframe systems wrapped in APIs, workflow orchestrated usually in low code. Cross-team collaboration. Businesses units create prototypes, IT teams harden them for scale. A large hospital automated its patient admission process. Nurses designed the workflow in a low-code platform. IT integrated with EHR systems using public code APIs. Result, an average admission time dropped by 30% and compliance audits became simpler. Case studies. Let's look at the sector-specific examples. Government. Indonesia government, often called most digital country in the world, uses open standards and public code to provide nearly all services online. Pairing this with low-code interfaces allow rapid delivery of citizen-facing portals. Enterprise IT. A retailer used low-code to prototype store dashboards in 4 weeks, while supply chain algorithms remained public code for reuse across regions. Healthcare. A compliance workflow built in low-code, documented as public code, helped a hospital demonstrate GDPR compliance to auditors in record time. According to Deloitte, low code can reduce development time by 50 to 90%, while public code reusability can save governments up to 30% of IT budget. Challenges and pitfalls. As the benefits, there are often challenges include scalability. Some low code platforms struggle under millions of transactions per day. Vendor lock-in. Proprietary tools can become cages. Governance drift. Without oversight, citizen developers create unmonitored workflows. Skill balance. Non-technical users need guardrails. Engineers need freedom. A global insurer adopted low code widely within a year. They had 500 apps, but no central governance. IT spent months auditing and consolidating them. The point is, low code plus public code work best when they paired with a discipline and foresight. Where this is heading. Citizens and engineers collaborate and they join design sessions, shared accountability. Open source low code. Platforms like Budibase and Joget are reducing lock-in. AI assisted development. Generative AI suggests workflows detects anomalies and auto-generate test cases. Public sector acceleration. Governments align with the digital first policies, making public code the norm. Imagine a city planner drags a workflow for a permit process. AI instantly suggests compliance checks with accessibility standards and data security improvements. That is the near future. To conclude, low code accelerates delivery and empowers teams across skill levels. Public code ensures transparency, trust, and long term sustainability. Together, they balance speed, governance, agility with compliance. The future of software delivery is not developers versus business users, it is developers plus business users working together with the shared tools, shared governance, and shared responsibility. Thanks for your time.